We produce an vegan instant porridge, so we solve the problem when you feel an instant hunger and need a quick energy refill, a snack on the go.
When you need to stay awake for just a little bit more of the day and you maybe sit at the office and you need like just a little bit of something extra to keep you going.
Yeah.
So the product works basically just as instant noodles. So you buy a cup with oats in it and it's all dry, so it keeps the quality of it keeps good for a long time.
Yeah.
So it can stay in your office for a very long time. But when you're hungry, you just boil some hot water and you pour it over, and in a couple of minutes you have your snack.
So we started as a youth enterprise, and during our last school year we were to try to run a company. So we sat in school and we realized that there weren't any good healthy snacks for us to fill up with energy. So we decided to solve that problem on our own and started Heja Havre.
After school we decided to keep this company going as a real company. So that's how this journey has been taken on. The effect that our product has on the food system is a very important topic for us. So during the spring we produced the porridge ourselves, and we bought the oats in the porridge is here from Szokolay, so they're very locally sourced, and we tried to keep the food chain in our production as conscious as possible. But right now we are trying to scale up, and then it's even more important for us to do the right thing from the beginning. So we try to find ways to make it as
sustainable.
Sustainable as possible.
And it's also vegan, as we mentioned, so it has a very low carbon footprint on our planet, which we love, since it's important to us as well.
So we do what we can to make it as sustainable as possible. Well, I think we need to look at our resources and see what we have, and like eat food that's local. So we try to make everything as local as possible and not ship everything from all over the world. So I think we need to. I mean, Sweden is a wonderful country for food.
I also think that it's important to work with like the seasonally based vegetables and fruits, so that's something we could work on in the future as well. And I also think that in the future we would like to have a biodegradable packaging. So packaging is also a big part of the food in the future.
Startups are definitely a great tool to compete with the bigger companies. So we have sustainable ideas and we want to get it right from the beginning. And I think a lot of startups have these ideas that could simplify the process of a bigger company and make it more conscious. And maybe startups have the idea that we don't have all the time in the world. We can't do things the way we've done it for 50 years. We have to change things and we have to do it sustainably. And I think ideas from startup definitely generate some sort of action. So in the beginning it was sort of the same packaging, but now the stickers are different, the ingredients are of course different. So we've been trying to tweak it as much as we can with the resources that we have. But since we have produced it on our own until now, there isn't so much you can do with just like a human production.
That's true.
Yeah, it has been developed.
Yeah. And we always think that we can make a product better. We
had the big luck to be contacted by a big Swedish online retailer, so like a food retailer, which we were very, very surprised and happy about. So they reached out to us and helped us launch the porridge, which was so fun, because we thought we could just start locally and like family and friends and then like close by stores and things like that. But we were very surprised by that. So I think that was the biggest thing. We have had setbacks, so I think the first one was when we realized that we couldn't do it on our own. Because it's, of course, like the food industry is very difficult. There's a lot of rules you have to follow. So while producing a big amount of porridge, it wasn't sustainable for us to do it on our own. So we sort of realized that if we want to do sales and marketing and everything, just the two of us, we need to outsource the production. So I think that was a setback because we realized we had to take time to grow. So like 2 steps back, 1 forward. Really. That was the first big one.
Then we started out as free in the company, and then one of us decided to leave, and that was quite hard in the beginning, I believe, because you also, when somebody decides to leave, we two had to sit down and have a talk about what we wanted, which was great as well, but it was hard in the moment, of course, as a startup as well, you know, to lose an important part of the company.
So we're scaling up right now and trying to find the perfect third-party manufacturer to help us. Hopefully we can find one in Scandinavia, since that's the market we're trying to develop on and sell on.
So we want to aim towards selling more with our own e-commerce and create a great website that can present ourselves and the company very well.
Finding ingredients that we think represent Sweden, and without having to like Scandinavian ingredients basically. So while we're scaling up, we're taking the time to trying to make like the whole packaging and everything a little bit better if we can. We are always very lucky to have a big network around us, so I think for companies our size to grow, it's very important to be able to ask questions and get answers from people, and maybe they have a friend of a friend who knows something about something. So I think getting help and maybe people taking you on and teaching you their ways, because I think everyone started from the bottom. So I think for us it has been the most important when companies want to help us, when they say, yeah, we can take you on, or yeah, we're able to help you develop this and that, and not just rejecting you because you are small. It's very interesting because it's a give and take. So they, the big companies, have the experience and maybe 50 years of experience, and they have a lot of sales and they're all over the world. But maybe we as startups have a few ideas that could change the way they're working towards sustainability, but we can learn a lot. When getting noticed by bigger companies and like bigger companies on the market, food market, we're very flattered, but it's also very scary because they usually demand very much from you, and when you're a small company, you can't always promise what they want.
But it's also very, very flattering when you get it right, and as our first retailer, they listen to us and we listen to them, and we grow together and we help each other out. So both ways. It goes both ways, I would say. One challenge would definitely be being small. And it's hard to get people to listen sometimes, perhaps. But I also think that's one of the strengths as well, that we are young and driven, and we like a challenge.
Definitely being taken serious and getting people to listen to you. So when they first hear, when we call them the first time, they maybe think, oh my god, not another small company. But when we call the third time, or when we email them like the 11th time, maybe they listen.
So that's one challenge, I would say. Then, as we mentioned, it's the third part, manufacturing part, the
scaling
producing
up.
part. That's the biggest challenge right now. But it's also very, very fun to get to develop the product and the company. Networking is one of the greatest things about entrepreneurship, and that has helped us so much during this year, and will help us further on as well. I believe. It's just really important.
Being the two of us can sometimes feel lonely, because it feels like we're the only people in the world having this problem. Like everyone else just go on and do their thing. But I think just hearing about companies that maybe do the same journey, maybe a different product in a different sort of industry, but it's reassuring to hear that people have done the same thing, and inspiration as well. When we met the Foodtech Advisory Board, it was really exciting actually. It was great to hear like constant feedback, so you don't, like, sometimes when you just present your company you don't hear anything because they're busy listening to the next one. But we actually got contacted by a company after the advisory board through a contact of someone who was at the advisory board, and have started developing new flavors with them and testing that out. So I think we didn't expect that.
No, we did not. And it was also fun to just hear what they had to say about the company as well. During the advisory board as well, they came with a lot of great ideas, and they helped us to sort of like, don't focus on everything at once, take like one step at a time. And that could be hard sometimes when you're just two people, to focus on one thing. And they just came with great advice. They have been in the food industry for such a long time. It was fun to meet them as well. And as I said, it's led to a great thing as well.
And I think we were surprised, or I was surprised, because I think we were like, oh, we just want to get this company going. Like, maybe we should have production in Europe. But I think some of them kept us down on earth and saying, like, no, it's important that you do it right the first time.
Don't change your values for someone else.
Exactly. And I think that was good to hear. So that they believed in doing it.
And they believed
the way we wanted
in
to.
us as well. It was nice to hear.